D-Mac, you never have a dull moment in your life.
Never stops.
Never stop. You never fail to amaze me. But when I saw this video that you sent us over the weekend of your wrestling debut, I said, this guy, is there anything you don't do? No.
It's a
Nothing
bucket
I
list.
won't try.
Nothing you won't.
Except this is what I've done, Pilar, is I've quit doing the things that used to kill me. I figured it out and do the things that'll only make me better,
Nice.
or the things that I enjoy. And everybody who knows me knows I'm a professional wrestling geek. You know, I got the Wrestling Perspective podcast with the former baseball guys, Dimitri Young, Jason Kendall, Lars Fredrickson, the lead singer of the punk band Rancid, Petey Williams, who's also Canadian but a two-time TNA champion, and Dennis Farrell, and my boy J.R. Adams, obviously the stuntman and a good buddy of mine. And I just love what goes into it. But I realized that, you know, it never really dawned on me, but the ability now, how much I love it. And they talk about the forbidden door. They talk about AEW, you know, crossing over. What it really means to anybody out there is that when I see win-wins, when I see people trying to rise other people up, and I want to be a part of it. So the Extreme Independent Professional Wrestling here in Michigan, and so Rhino, who's a WWE wrestler, his name's Terry Guerin, he's from Monroe. Him and Gary Paulette have been great friends for a long time. We do a bunch of stuff with them. So to be able to get into the ring, and I was supposed to do something over a year ago, but the one thing is that no matter what I try, Pilar, you have to give it the utmost respect. So you have to put the time in. And the one thing is that it's important is that you can try everything, but you have to give it the proper respect. So through my boy Jay and a few of his friends, we're able to do the training. And so this is where I realized, right? So you got to figure yourself out. If I'm going to preach to you, and this is Darren McCarty, because there's 3 stages of Darren McCarty. There's Darren McCarty, there's Mac, and then there's D-Mac, right? The D in D-Mac stands for Dick. So that's where it sort of comes from. So this is Darren McCarty when he gets philosophical, when he gets, you know, rehab, dad, lessons, whatever like this. But is to realize that there is a place for all of us. So D-Mac gets to be the wrestler. So easy, which clips do you have here? Do you have the pre-clip?
Yep.
So we're going to play we're going to play the pre, then we'll play the match, and then we'll play the post. So this is yesterday be involved, and for me, this is a bucket list. This is me showing you that, remember, Chris Draper's 50 today, I'm 49, but still, Phil Mickelson's winning PGA championships, Darren McCarty's bucket list and getting in the ring, because it's about showing it that respect. So I want to share this with you because, man, this was a highlight in my life. So here we go. Mac. Well, the D in D-Mac stands for Dick. Anyways, what you're seeing right now, XICW, yes, the wrestling promotion has allowed D-Mac to have some time. So I will be managing out there to make sure there's no shenanigans with the fun-loving criminals. We are going to go at it. My boy Rhino, this is coming to fruition. Oh, and by the way, I got gear. I ain't fucking around. So, this is the beginning, May 23rd, of the new voyage. Don't mess around with the fun-loving criminals, because D-Mac is one of them. So this is the one match where we started out. And this is just to show a little bit of the ring work and stuff where, you know, it's the utmost respect. So that's called the wrist lock there. Turn them over. And it's to understand how this is all done. Oh, yeah, hates doing that, Pilar. Raking the arm, couple shoulders. And you got to always go in there. Boom. Give them that. Oh. Yeah. Take the air out of them. Off the ropes. Boom, big shoulder. It's where your arm is. Then pin him, and yeah.
That was a good one right there.
But watch, this is the smart. This is what I said. Watch what happens here. So I'm going for the tag. Ref's telling me don't grab the hair. I apologize to him. Oh. Well, that's the smartest member of the Purge. And there's Big J, Eddie Venom, right there into the ring and that. So that was getting the chops. So the end, easy. Have the other one. Yeah, so it's all important, right? So my wrestling character is DMAC 420, right? And I got the finisher. Obviously, I got the finisher with the big left and stuff. But you know what? I don't want you to be confused. This is not a Stone Cold Stunner. This is called a DMAC Stoner. Stay tuned. Watch this. I don't need the chair. Hold it away from him. That's a left, and then it's bam! Nice. And then you got to play the crowd.
I love your shoes, by the way.
I love this. No, I love everything about this.
Here it is. Oh, from behind? And then you pull the jersey over his head. Like, this is such a highlight. You bury him, pose for the pictures. Couple big uppercuts. Oh, and then to give your buddy Rhino.
Give him a wedgie.
No, then a gore. Boom, and he gets gored.
Good night.
And then you got to clear the ring and make sure everybody goes. So for everybody who is involved, and the motivation for me is to show the respect, to be able to get behind it, but also all these young kids, all the guys that who are out there, no matter what age they are, giving their body, their soul, their love. I love the passion, and to be included in that family, I am forever grateful, and they're a new part of my family. So I was telling Easy he's more than welcome, but I'll be doing at least try to train once a week. Chad told me I was out of shape too, and he's right. I need to get into the gym.
So how often are these wrestling matches?
They're now that everything's coming back out, they'll happen more often. So Easy, you have the finale there, the last out. So this was important that I got the post match of after the stunner of how it really felt, and this I think captivates everything. All right, boys, D-Mac here right after the bucket list first match with the Final Criminals. And anyways, you know what? What a blast. Yes, XICW, check it out. Four-way, we're going to do it again with a three-way, but gosh, this is love, this is family. When I say it may not be your blood, but your family could be chosen. This is where it is. Here. Right, love wrestling. Thank you for letting D-Mac be a part of it. Let's go. I got the belts. Well, I stole him from Rhino, but you know, that's just because I figured it out. He didn't want to carry him around. So that's what it is. So everybody who was there, we do that checkout for, it's over at that one's at Hot Rocks on Sundays over in Troy. There's usually a couple different events, one in the afternoon and one in the evening. So
that's sweet.
Blood and guts, giving it back. And you know what? It's the community. Right? It's like we're talking about Woodward Sports, talking about being about the people, what this network, what the hook, the compassion when we first started talking, Pilar, about what this show is be about. That's just another world. It reminds me a lot of the cannabis. It reminds me a lot of the sporting. It reminds me of the passion of the people. So anybody who's involved, give us a shout and tell me why you love wrestling.
What's harder, Mac? That or playing hockey?
That.
That's what I was because I'm not.
See, and here's the brilliance, right? So I think it's a lot of the reason why I think that the terminology is because of the passion that I give into it. But what it is just learning, how to position the hands. And when you understand, it's about taking care of your opponent, right? And the way, like. The amazing is to watch, like when I did that D-Max Stoner, the stun or whatever like that, right? To watch Aaron, the way that he sold it. So watch, like, just to be able to choreograph, boom, so it looks gut shot, and then boom, he's on my back. So the way that he sells it with the head and stuff like that, it's all about it. It's about part of the show, and the best part about the live little house shows like that is the people are part of it. So my favorite part is being in the manager outside and talking to the people and yelling at people and trying to get in the way. Like I'll do a few moves and like that, but it's just being around and being a part of it.
We're going to do a little bit more practice before we give that to TNT. Am I correct?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to
we did. All they got to know is on the radar because, Matt, we're not trying to get it. We're trying to get behind the microphone. So they know that if they had to show me in, like if somebody chirps me behind the booth, right, then I'll get in there, give them a stoner. Like I got a stoner. You don't want to, all that stuff.
Right. Were you nervous doing this?
You know what? It was.
I don't think he's
you
ever
know,
nervous.
Here's the thing, and this is what I said that I'm the choreographer, is how beforehand, what was so interesting is when we're all talking together, both teams, both groups, and then they're choreographing how they want to play it out. Now, it depends on time, and to hear them, the more veteran it is. But no, it was, I guess, I don't get nervous, I get excited. Right, so it's that nervous excitement,
gets you nervous.
but you have to channel that moment of unsureness. So, but I'm used to putting myself in that position, right? I'll step out and do comedy. I'll step out and do the band. So I'm not, and it's not about being the best. It's about not being the worst.
But this
it's
is
just about
also,
being,
I mean, you could really hurt somebody, right? Because even though you could really hurt somebody.
And that's the whole thing. So you
that would
learn
make
the
me more
respect they have for
nervous.
each other.
Right. That would make me more nervous than anything. Even like, when you played hockey and it was your job to go out there and beat people, yes, it was to beat them up, but it wasn't really to.
Yeah, but I was trying to hurt them more than you're trying to do here. Here it's more like a dance. You know what I'm saying? I love the behind the.
How
the
tiring
scenes.
is it though?
It is.
Yeah.
Like when I came out from
Like
doing
a
that little
2-minute
mix,
shift versus that
2-minute shift
at the end of a game
Oh, really? I would.
in a
Yeah,
playoff
2-minute
game.
shit, dude. Man, you get caught out there.
Yeah.
And like, thank goodness they changed that icing rule.
Yeah.
After I retired.
Yeah.
Where now, in icing and hockey, you have to stay on the ice if you're the defensive team. Before, you never did. You just ice it to get off the ice.
Oh, easy. What do you have for us?
How did the guys say you did? Like, did you hurt anyone, or like were you good? Like, what was their critique on you?
What was? Oh no, it was all good. They said I did took to it naturally or whatever like this, and it's just being able to go through it before a little bit too, right? The hold and stuff, and still learning stuff. Like if we watched it back, I could show you like how and it's working left to right, but how your shoulder to go shoulder to shoulder, you see where my arm is when I hit him with my shoulder, so you really hit him with the chest. It's just learning all that stuff because it makes you a better fan, in my opinion, knowing what's going on. For if you are a fan of basketball, right? You want to know why they let Trae Young drive the lane, for the Knicks, right? And didn't foul him there, or like let him with the easy bucket. Different things like that.
Yep.
Why that happens?
Different guys on the court, by the way.
Yeah.
So then, how did Mongo get all messed up?
What's that?
How did your friend Mongo?
Yeah.
Oh no,
blood.
that was a different match. So
Oh, that was a different match.
yeah, so they were going nuts, and there was an accident, but they were doing outside the ring, and there was a corner table, and he hit his head on the corner table. But
Oh my gosh.
dude, this guy there, and it was set up for that because when everybody was together before, we're going and use his real name and go. This guy, he just bleeds every match. I mean, like this, like it's like he gives everything he's got, and sure as heck,
He needs some Lasix.
he needed some stitches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's aggressive. All right, guys, we are going to get to our phone lines. I know that we have got a caller ready to play our trivia, Get Home with Hall Financial. So stick around. We're going to be right back. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.